morning. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me know on the chat if everything's okay. Just check. Camera needs a little bit of tip up. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Tracy. Good morning. Hi, Sue. Hi, Irina. Good morning. Hope you're all okay. Oh, got 6 people already. So today it's a very energizing class. So I'm going to do lots of movement in the beginning, a lot. So maybe have a little sip of water beforehand. There are going to be some inversions in here, which I will give you options for. So if you have a little bit of wall available, that would be good, or a closed door. But make sure when you go up to the wall or the door or anywhere else that you don't have any obstructions or anything's on the wall. Obviously, because I don't want you to hurt yourselves or knock anything down, etc., etc. So make sure your space is safe. So we're going to wait just, I think, 1 more minute, and then we'll begin. I just had a little microphone. I couldn't quite get it selected. I haven't plugged it in correctly, I don't think, but I think everything's working out. So we'll begin in 1 moment. Just check that everything's level. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Friday and it's a bank holiday weekend. So I'm just going to wait just for another 30 seconds and then we will begin. Just going to go get my incense. So make sure you have 2 blocks. If you have blocks, of course. If you don't have blocks, then we'll work around it. But if you have blocks, have those ready either side of the top of your mats. Have your strap if you use strap for your forward folds. And as I said, we will be going up against the wall. So find yourself a space against the door, closed door or wall that's safe. If not, to maybe use the sofa. We'll give you an option for a couple of the things with the sofa to try, just to get you upside down. I'm just going to get my incense and then we'll start.
Working?
Yeah. I'm very gentle with that. So I have to be careful. Here we go. Right. Okay, so I think I've got everything plugged in correctly. So, good morning, everybody. Everybody that's jumped in, make sure you have your blocks ready and your strap and a piece of wall or a closed door. If not, there's one of them you can maybe do against the sofa. So let's begin, everybody. So come to stand at the top of your mat. We are beginning standing up, so everything's slightly different to our usual practice. Just want to check the time. 5:00. Okay. So have your blocks either side of your mat at the top. That's going to be for a little bit later on. Okay. So setting yourself in your mountain pose, Tadasana. Noticing the connection of your feet to the ground. So lifting all of your toes, spread the toes wide, and then root the toes into your mat, into the earth. Feel the inner arches of the feet lift and feel every point of contact with the floor. To really root the feet, Pada Bandha. So earthing the legs, the whole body, beginning your foundation there. Then squeeze and lift into the quadriceps, into the thighs. Feel the engagement of the kneecaps lift. Feel the length in the backs of the legs and the front of the legs, and then checking the neutral pelvis position. So if you just need to take that little tilt with the pelvis, just to take out extra curve in the lower back, the lumbar spine. Gently roll the shoulder blades back and down. So the shoulder blades roll down towards the earth and slightly towards each other. Feel the openness across the chest, across the collarbones. But don't flare out the lower ribs. So a little tuck of the lower ribs too. Squeeze and lift, begin to squeeze and lift into the pelvic floor. Feel that engagement there, Mula Bandha. And then drawing navel to spine. So feel the waist cinch in, all of the base of the core begin to engage in a supportive, energetic sense. So the energy squeezes and lifts and draws itself up towards the heart center. Begin to energize the arms now. Energy from all the way down to the fingertips. So really feel the energy flow there to the fingertips too. And then feel a lift in the crown of the head. So drawing the chin slightly back and down towards the chest, ever so slightly. Feel that length in the back of the neck. So drawing the ears away from the shoulders. Start to connect with your breath. Ujjayi sounding breath in and out. In through the nose, out through the nose. Not needing to lengthen it or change the pattern in any way. Just engage with it and notice the breath. And wherever you feel the sensation of the breath strongest, focus there. So maybe just close the eyes for this little bit, just so you can really connect and focus. Beginning to energize the breath in the back of the throat, that Ujjayi sounding, whispering breath. Just a couple more breaths, keeping eyes closed. Remember that connection with your feet to the earth, the lengthening of the body from the feet all the way to the crown of the head. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha engaged. Ujjayi breath flowing in and out, drawing in fresh new energy into the body. Imagine the whole body breathing. You're strong in your mountain. You're steady. You're powerful. You're energized. Feel your life force flow within the body. Opening up the eyes. We're going to take some sun salutations now. 5A and 5B. Without stopping, we're going to go all the way through. Taking a nice deep breath in, reaching the arms to the sky Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale as you swan dive over the legs, folding into Uttanasana. Just gently bend the legs first. Breath in, halfway lift, gaze forwards, flat back, scoop the belly. Plant the hands, step the feet back into plank, then drop the knees and exhale to lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog, just a gentle one, like a mini cobra. Then through tabletop, tuck the toes into downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Little pedal of the legs. Then on your next breath in, bend the knees, look to the top of the mat. Step your feet up to the top, exhale. Breathe in, halfway lift, gaze forwards, flat back. Forward fold over the legs, still soften the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, lifting all the way up into your Urdhva Hastasana. Gaze at thumbs. Exhale, swan dive over the legs, Uttanasana. Forward fold. Breath in onto fingertips or hands to shins. Into Ardha Uttanasana. Plant the hands, step the feet back, drop the knees. Knees, chest, chin, exhale. Inhale into that little mini cobra or your little mini locust. Exhale through Bidhalasana, tabletop, into downward facing dog. Reset the feet, little pedal of the legs. Feel the breath in and out. Draw the chin towards the chest, softness in the elbows. Squeeze and lift navel to spine. Next breath in, little bend in the knees, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, step to the top. Breath in, halfway lift, so straighten the legs a little bit more, gaze forwards, flat back. Exhale, deeply forward, fold over the legs, plant the hands to the floor. Breathing in, squeeze into the thighs, lifting up into Urdhva Hastasana. Look at thumbs, exhale, swan diving all the way down. Plant the hands firmly, a little bit straighter legs this time. Inhale, halfway lift, scoop the belly. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump this time into your plank. Taking chaturanga or keeping with your knees, chest, chin. Inhale for a full upward facing dog if you're ready. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reset the hands, the feet. Chin towards the chest, drishti to navel. Scoop and lift, squeeze into the thighs. Feel that tilt of the tailbone. So lifting the tailbone as if you're trying to point it up towards the sky. On your next breath in, bend in the knees, look forwards. Exhale, step or jump lightly to the top of your mat. Breath in, that halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold deeply. Draw the head towards the legs. Breath in as you sweep the arms wide, lifting up into your Urdhva Hastasana. Gaze at thumbs. Swan diving all the way down into Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant the hands, hold the breath now as you step or jump back. Exhale, lower with control, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest, look up. Exhale, driving the hips back, draw navel to spine, downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Drawing the heels down towards the mat, feel that lovely stretch down the backs of the legs. But drawing the armpits down towards the mat. Chin towards the chest, drishti to navel, navel to spine. Next breath in, bend the knees, look forwards, exhale, step or jump lightly to the top. Breath in, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms wide all the way up to Urdhva Hastasana, and then all the way down into Uttanasana. Plant the hands, head to chin, chin to chest. Inhale, looking forward, scoop the belly up. Plant the hands, step or jump back. Taking chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, your choice. Inhale, that full upward facing dog, or sticking with your lower cobra. Exhale, drive the hips back, downward facing dog. Reset the feet and hands. Check in with the breath. Keep that ujjayi sounding breath flowing. On your next breath in, little bend in the knees, look forwards. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Breath in, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, look up to thumbs. And then last time, exhale, folding down over the legs into Uttanasana. Plant the hands firmly, feel the length in the backs of the legs. Scoop the belly up. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, hold the breath, step or jump back into plank and lower with control, exhaling. Inhale, upward facing dog. Send those hips forwards, but keep the thighs hovering over the mat, don't touch. Exhale, draw the hips back. Reset the feet. Check you're not drawing your shoulders, hunching the shoulders by the ears. Create space there. So sending the shoulder blades apart across the back. Strong, steady Ujjayi breath. In and out. On your next breath in, little bend in the knees, look forwards. Exhale to step or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. Forward fold, exhale. Root the feet, squeeze in the thighs, and lift all the way up to the top. Little micro back bend here, so really draw the hands together and slightly back, and then send the hips a little bit forwards. Then hands through heart center to mountain pose. Close the eyes. Feel the body now. Feel the blood flowing around, a little bit stronger, pumping around the body. So the energy flowing around the body with it. Maybe taking a little sway from side to side, taking your weight into a little bit into the left foot, into the right foot. Sway a little bit forwards and backwards. Balls of the feet, heels of the feet. And then find yourself steady in your center, in your Tadasana mountain pose. Check in with the breath. Check in with your bandhas. On your next breath in, open the eyes, bend the knees, sweep the arms forwards and then up, send the hips back in space. Utkatasana, chair pose. Forward fold, exhale. Breath in, halfway lift, gaze forwards, flat back, scoop the belly. Plant the hands, hold the breath, step or jump back. Chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, exhaling. Breath in, halfway lift, halfway up. Or coming into a full upward facing dog, your choice. Exhale, driving the hips back. Breath in, kicking the right leg towards the sky, then stepping it between the hands. Drop the back heel. Breath in into warrior one. Bring the palms of the hands together, look up. Exhale, plant the hands either side of the foot. Step it back, inhale into plank, then exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breath in, left side, kicks to the sky. Step it between the hands, drop the back heel. Inhale, into your Virabhadrasana, warrior one. Plant the hands, either side of the foot, exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. So remembering with all the transitions you can choose between keeping with your cobras, and then taking your transition through Bidhalasana, tabletop to downward facing dog. Or if you're choosing a full upward facing dog, taking the transitions there a little bit differently. So remember, this is your practice. These are your choices. On your next breath in, a little bend in the knees, look forwards, exhale, step to the top. Breath in, halfway lift, gaze forwards. Forward fold over the legs, exhale. Breath in into chair, squeeze into the thighs, into the glutes. Follow your hands with your gaze, look up. Then root to rise. Inhale and exhale, hands back to your sides. Breath in, into your chair, Utkatasana. Forward fold, exhale. Breathing in, halfway lift. Hold the breath, plant the hands, step or jump back. Exhale, lower your choice. Inhale for your upward facing dog or your version, cobra, locust. Exhale through Bidhalasana or taking your downward facing dog. Inhale, kicking that right leg to sky, then stepping it between the hands. Drop the back foot, inhale. As you come up into your warrior one, look up to your hands. Frame the front foot, exhale. Step it back, inhale. Plank, lower down, exhale. Breathing in, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, drive those hips back, draw the navel to spine. Breath in, left leg lifts to the sky, then step it between the hands, frame, and then reaching up for your warrior one, dropping that back heel, framing the front foot, stepping it back, exhale, lower, inhale, lift, exhale, downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here, just to steady out the rhythm of the breath. On your next breath in, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, step or jump lightly to the top. Inhaling, halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale. Breathing in for your chair. Then reach to rise, inhale. Exhale, arms back down to the sides. Number 3, inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or jump back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Breath in, kick the right leg to sky, step it forwards between the hands, drop the back heel, inhale, warrior one. Frame the front foot, exhale, inhale, plank, exhale, lower. Breath in, up you go into your upward facing dog or version of it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to sky, step it between the hands, drop the back heel. Breath in, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Frame the front foot, exhale. Step it back, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drive the hips back. Push into the heels of the hands. Reset your breath. Downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Breath in, bend the knees. Exhale, step lightly, jump to the top or taking your halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Really scoop the belly up, look up to your hands. Inhale, rising. Exhale, hands back down to the sides. 2 more to go. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands. Step or jump back. Exhale, lower, your choice. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, right leg to sky, then step it forwards. Breath in for your warrior one. Frame the front foot. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, inhaling, kicking leg to sky. Step it forwards between the hands. Drop the back heel, breathing in, warrior one. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, drive the hips back. Reset the breath. On your next breath in, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, left jump or step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold deeply. Exhale. Inhale, chair. Reach to rise. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, arms back down to your sides. Last round. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hold the breath, plant the hands, step or jump back. Exhale, lower with control. Keep the elbows tucked close to the body. Breath in for that upward facing dog. Exhale, drive the hips back, squeeze the navel to spine. Downward facing dog. Breath in, right leg to sky, then stepping it forwards between the hands. Inhaling, warrior one. Look up to your thumbs. Reaching forwards, frame the front foot, exhale, then inhale, plank, exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breath in, left leg to sky, stepping it forwards between the hands. Drop the back heel. Breath in, warrior one. Frame the front foot, exhale. Step it back, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's all take a nice deep breath in. Really fill the lungs. Fill it up. Fill the whole body with breath. Open the mouth, sigh the breath out. Another one of those, big breath in. Exhale, breathe it out, sigh the breath out. Last one, sticking the tongue out too, breathing in. Open the mouth. Lion's breath, releasing anything that doesn't serve you. On your next breath in, bend the knees. Look to the top of the mat, exhale, step, jump to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Scoop the belly. Exhale, fold deeply over the legs. Draw your head towards your legs. Inhale, squeeze into those thighs and glutes. Sinking into your chair. Look up to your hands. Scoop the belly up. Then reach to rise, inhale. Looking up into your Urdhva Hastasana, a little micro back bend. Hips forwards, arms back. Then hands through center. Back to Tadasana. Little breath in, reaching the arms wide. Look up to your thumbs. Exhale, slowly fold over the legs. Plant the hands. Step the feet back. Then dropping the knees. Just taking a little Balasana, child's pose. Feel the flow of the breath in and out. Feel the warmth you have generated in your body. Taking a nice big breath in, come into tabletop. And then drop the hips to the side, send the legs forwards, coming to your seated position. So we're going to take a couple of little exercises here in our boat, a couple of bits of lifting. So you can have your blocks now, either side of the bottom, because we're going to press into those to give you a little bit of extra lift. First, we're going to sit in our boat into Navasana. So tilting the body back, keep the chest lifted, take the hands behind the knees. 5 breaths into your Navasana. 5, squeeze into the belly. 4, 3, chest lifts. 2, 1. Cross the legs. Hands go onto your block. Hand lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the bottom down. Doesn't matter if the feet are touching the floor. Just want you to lift your body off. Back into your boat. 5 breaths. 5, 4, 3. Maybe lift the arms overhead. 2, 1. Cross those legs. Lift and push into your blocks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. Then cross the legs. Roll over onto the knees. Take your blocks. So now we're on our knees. Cross the feet. Going to try and lift the other way. So lift the knees off. Lift the knees. Have a go at lifting the feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the blocks to the front. Step your feet back. Big breath in. You're in plank. We're going to exhale into Chaturanga. Hold. Hover the body off the mat. Tuck those elbows close to the body. Big breath in. Exhale. Push into the hands. Come into plank. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, pushing into the hands, drawing the hips back. Downward facing dog. Taking a nice breath in. I want you to ripple your chest forwards into your plank. Big breath in. Exhale, lower into Chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Push into the hands, into plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push into the hands, downward facing dog. Well done. Reset the breath. Feel the breath flowing in and out. Feel that flow, steady and even. Then dropping to the knees, take a little child's pose. Just catch your breath. 5 breaths here. Then taking a nice breath in, we're going to come into our camel. Oh, sorry, I've got my sequence around the wrong way. Taking a nice breath in. Hands to hips. We're going to just drive those hips forwards. Looking up. Going to come into this pose again later. So just push those hips forwards. Open the chest, looking up. Hold here for another 3 breaths. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open the chest. Exhale, reach the hands forwards. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up, coming into your downward facing dog. So from here, everybody, you have 2 choices: to come to your wall and come into a handstand, or you stand in the other version of a handstand, the opposite inversion, which is a tree. So choosing your tree pose, you take half of it one side and half of it the other. I'm going to kick up into a handstand. So set yourself up into your tree, choose a leg, doesn't matter which one is standing. And then when I say switch, switch over to the other side. So root that foot into the earth. Feel the length and engagement of your trunk in your tree and in your bandhas. So make sure your bandhas are really, really strong, and bring that foot to land either to the floor, to the calf, or to the inner thigh, but not on the knee. So it's taking your tree pose. If you're joining me in your handstand, then come to the wall or to your closed door. Make sure you have no obstructions on the wall or door. And then taking a very careful handstand. So making sure your hands are shoulder width apart. Root the hands into the earth. Scoop and lift into the belly. Engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. So kicking up nice and gently. Bringing your feet, your one foot as close as possible to your hands before you kick up. So minimum kick. Staying here. So nice deep breaths in and out. If you're in your tree, find your drishti spot, help you balance. Reaching your arms to the sky, growing your tree tall, maybe swaying your branches in the wind. And slowly lowering your leg down. Standing leg on the other side. So if you're in your tree, standing leg the other side. If you're in your handstand, stay with me for another 20 seconds. Pushing into the heels of the hands. Feeling strong. If you're in your tree, make your tree strong in the wind. Reach your branches to the sky. Root your feet into the earth. You've got this. Another 5 breaths. If you're in your handstand, then slowly lowering yourself down with control. If you're in your tree, lowering your foot down to the earth, coming back to standing, and folding over the legs, coming into Padahastasana. So straight legs, feet hip distance apart, taking the hands underneath the feet, palms facing up, so your toes are tickling your wrists. So slide those hands right underneath. Keep the legs as straight as possible, but you can have a little micro bend in the knees. Take a breath in to lift and lengthen the spine, gaze forwards. Then exhale, fold over the legs. Take the elbows out to the sides. The belly will land on the thighs first. Scoop and lift navel to spine. Tilt that tailbone up to the sky. Drawing the crown of the head down towards the earth. Hold it here for another 2 breaths. On your next breath in, release the hands from under the feet. And then taking the peace fingers around the big toes, lift and lengthen, and then take the elbows out to the side. Keep forward folding. Drawing the crown of the head to the earth, drawing the torso over the thighs. Feel that lengthening in the backs of the legs, but squeeze and lift into the thighs. So don't let the quads switch off. So the quads and the hamstrings work together as a pair. So squeeze into the front and lift and lengthen into the back. Hold it here, another 3 breaths. On your next breath in, straighten up the arms, come to a little flat back position, then drop the hands, palms facing down to the mat. Step the feet back, and then taking the elbows to the floor. Coming into a little dolphin. So squeeze and lift into the belly. My hands are facing forwards. My elbows are under my shoulders. Draw your chin towards your chest. Step the feet a little bit closer. Really push into the forearms, push into the hands. Check in with the breath. Is it flowing steady? Don't hold the breath. Bringing your left foot slightly to center. Lift your right leg towards the sky. Lowering it down. Taking the right foot to center, lift the left. Big breath in, lowering it down. From here, dropping to the knees, taking the hands behind, taking the forehead to the mat, roll the shoulders forwards. Taking a couple of breaths. We're going to come back up into that dolphin. So here is an option for you. If you have no wall or door, we're going to take your feet onto your sofa. I'm going to do it on the wall, but you're going to use the top of your sofa, at the seat of your sofa for your feet. So what we're going to do is come up into dolphin, just a half dolphin, facing this way. So hands to the floor, forearms to the earth. Spread the fingers wide, create that connection. So you're going to take your feet onto the wall, or onto your door, or onto the top of your sofa, just so you can elevate the legs so that the thighs are sort of parallel to the ground. So holding it here for a little bit longer. Just hold, breathe, don't forget to breathe. If you want to extend one leg to the sky, try the other one. 5 more breaths. And then dropping the knees down to the floor if you need to. And then taking that child's pose. So if you're still in your dolphin, this is halfway up to what we call Pincha Mayurasana. Just playing with it a little bit. And coming down. Back into that child's pose. Palms of the hands facing up. Open the shoulders, roll the shoulders apart. and then coming back to your mats. So coming into a downward facing dog, tuck the toes. This will feel really easy after that dolphin. So feel the joy of your downward facing dog. On your next breath in, step your right foot forwards and then turn to face the side of your mat or spin yourself round to face me so that you're in a wide legged stance. As we come into our warrior two, so lining up our front foot with the back in arch, taking a nice big breath in, reach up, and then coming into Virabhadrasana, warrior two. So really sending the feet nice and wide apart, checking your front knee doesn't oversell that front ankle. Push into the outer blade of your back foot. Check your front knee isn't rolling in or out, tracking it in line with the foot. Imagine you're standing on a tightrope and then sinking a little bit lower into the hips. Working down into those hips. Body stays upright. Reach the arms away parallel to the earth. Look to your front middle finger. Soften the face, neck and jaw. Maybe feel a little smile in the corner of your mouth. Feel the lips curl into that smile. Little fierce warrior with the heart of a poet. Then taking the right forearm to thigh, reaching the arm overhead, reach away into extended side angle, open the chest to the side, hold something precious in that right hand. Look up to your top hand, tuck the tailbone under, make sure you're not sticking your bottom out at the back. Maybe if you can, taking your lower hand down to the ankle, sink a bit deeper into the hips. And then taking the right arm behind the back, reach towards, the left hand behind the back, reaching towards the right thigh. So opening the chest to the side, look up. And now we're coming into that bird of paradise. So binding the arm underneath the leg and reaching towards it. Oh, that was my shoulder that just clicked. Amazing. Opening up the chest. So we've reached our hands underneath our leg. And then you step that back foot forwards. Now, if you haven't been able to bind the legs in the posture, you can bind the arms behind the leg now. So bending forwards, reaching the right arm underneath the right leg, left hand goes behind the back. Clasp the hands together, step the feet together. We're going to be using our left leg as our standing leg. Really imagine you squeeze into your core, into Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Then start to push into the standing leg, that left leg. Use the big toe, lifting up. Hold it here. Hold it. If you wobble, don't worry. Use the breath. Extend your right leg a little bit if you can. And then bringing it back down. Coming back into the extended side angle. Open that chest. Release the bind of the arms. Extend the left arm overhead again. And then coming back into the warrior two. Well done. If you're a bit wobbly, don't worry. Challenge is good. It's what changes us. So from here, windmill that left arm overhead, frame the front foot. Step the right foot back and the left foot forwards. We're going round to the other side. So you've got your left foot forwards. So I'm facing the other way, but I'm going to do exactly the same as you. Warrior two, left side, left leg forwards. Sink into the hips. Look to that front middle finger. Push into the outer blade of the back foot. Check that front knee isn't oversailing the front ankle. Sink a little lower into the hips. Reaching the fingertips away. Softness in the neck and shoulders. Softness in the face. A little smile in the lips. Extend that side angle, forearm to thigh. We're reaching away with the right arm overhead. Open the chest to the side. Look up to your top hand. Bringing the left hand down to the ankle. Reach, reach, reach. And then bringing the right arm behind the back towards the left thigh. Keep looking up. And then binding the arms underneath. Keep looking up. And then stepping the right foot in towards the left. I'm going to turn around so I can see you. We're now on the other side. So if you didn't bind the hands whilst in Utthita Padangusthasana, then take it now. So taking the left hand underneath the left arm, reaching behind, right arm to grab it. Standing leg, right side, root the foot, Padabandha. Squeeze and lift into the belly, push into the foot, lift into the core. Lift, lift, lift. And when you get up, extend the leg a little bit, just a little bit. And then lowering it back down again. Coming back into your extended side angle. Sorry, I'm having to wiggle around because I turned around to see you. Taking the arms out, unbinding, reaching overhead, just an extended side angle, and then coming back to Warrior Two. Bring the hands overhead, frame the front foot, and then stepping into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Feel that lovely, almost recovery position here in your downward facing dog. 2 more breaths. A little bend in the knees, look forwards, step or jump the feet up, and then coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Root the hands into the earth. We'll feel the length in the backs of the legs. Scoop the belly up and land the belly onto the thighs. If you need to take a little bend in the knees to do so, then do so. Drawing the crown of the head down to the mat. Check in with the breath. Feel it flow in and out. And then taking a breath in, bring the feet a little bit closer so the big toes touch. Coming into chair pose, Utkatasana. So sliding the hips back in space, lift into the belly, reach up with the hands, bring the palms of the hands together. Squeeze the thighs towards each other, squeeze the hips in. Squeeze into the glutes and thighs. It's almost like trying to squeeze the thighs together, squeeze the hips in. Then bringing the hands to heart center, taking Parivrita Utkatasana. So you're taking your right elbow onto the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Open the arms to the sides. Open your wings wide. So taking your twist, keeping your legs glued together. Look up to your top hands. Breath into center, then going over to the other side. So hooking the left over to the left with that right elbow, and then opening the arms wide. Looking up to your top hand. 2 more breaths. Then inhale to center. Plant the feet firmly into the earth, rising up to Samastitihi. Arms by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking a big step back with your left foot into Ashta Chandrasana. So sinking into the hips, bending that front leg, reaching up with the arms. Have your blocks ready. They should be either side of the front of your mat. So Ashta Chandrasana. From here, we're going to come into Warrior 3. So taking a nice big breath in, start to tilt your weight forwards into your right leg, standing leg. Lifting the left leg up, no higher than hip height, reaching the arms forwards. Then, without dropping the leg down, take your left hand down to the floor or onto your block. Taking a revolved half moon, looking up to your top hand, your right hand. Big breath in, look down to your front foot and then come back down with that left leg into your Ashtha Chandrasana. Have your block ready on the other side. Big breath in. Then frame the front foot. Step the right foot back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Into your upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Exhale. Then kicking the left leg towards the sky, stepping the left leg forwards. Ashtha Chandrasana, left leg forward. Reach those arms up to the sky, look between your hands. Sink into the hips. Drive that right hip forward. Feel that lovely flex into that right hip. Really stretch into there. Big breath in. Weight comes into the left leg. Reach forwards with those arms. Weight comes forwards. Coming into your warrior 3. Lifting that right leg about hip height, no higher. Then taking your right hand onto your right block. Opening the chest to the side. Revolving your half moon. Two more breaths. Big breath in, look down to your front foot. Slowly lower the right foot back down, coming back into Ashtha Chandrasana. Big breath in, reaching forwards. Frame the front feet. Step the left foot back into plank. And then lower the knees. Coming into child's pose. Forehead to the floor. Roll the chest forwards. Open the shoulder blades. 5 breaths. Big breath in. We're coming back into the camel now. Coming onto your heels. And then lifting the buttocks up. Driving the hips forward. So send your hands into your sacrum, your lower back. Push the hips forwards. Open the chest. Looking up. If it's available to you, taking your right hand down to your right heel, just have a little play with your camel, see how it feels. And if you want to bring both hands down onto the heels, drive the hips forwards. So really drive the hips forwards. Or if you want to keep the hands on the hips, keep the hands on the hips. Looking up. You can even bring the hands alongside the thighs. Drive those hips forwards. Open the chest. Looking back, looking up. And then slowly, slowly reaching round and coming to seat with your buttocks to face forwards. The left, heels to the right. Taking the right foot across the left. Now take a little twist over to the right. So hooking your left arm across the right knee. Come onto fingertips to start. Open the chest. Looking to the far right. But reaching the right arm behind you towards the left hip or thigh. So really twisting and lifting, growing long in the spine. Take a nice big breath in, coming around to the other way. So folding the left foot in, the right foot in, left foot across the right, hooking that right arm across the left leg, just coming onto the fingertips behind, left fingertips to start. Grow the spine tall, look over to the left, and then hand wraps around the back towards the right hip or thigh. Squeeze and lift into the belly. Big breath in. And release forwards. Coming into Dandasana. Reaching the legs forwards. Straighten that back. Push it against that imaginary wall behind you. Squeeze into the thighs. Flex the feet towards you. Push into the hands. Now, if you feel you want to push into some blocks, you can push into blocks as well, just to give you a little bit more of a purchase with the hands. Squeeze and lift into Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, really strong there. Then drop the chin towards the chest. Feel the length in the back of the neck, in the cervical spine. Energy flow from the torso round, up and down. Keeping the energy stored there. Don't release the energy, keep it in. That's what our energy locks do, the bandhas. So this is a posture we've not done yet. So we're going to take the left foot, folding the left foot back, and you might prop up underneath the right buttock. So we have one leg bent and one leg straight. We're going to take a big breath in, reach up. Now, if this feels uncomfortable for your knee, then take the foot and sit in Janu Shirshasana this way. So only take this option that I've given you, sitting on the block with the left leg folded back, if it feels okay on your knees. So listen to your bodies. Big breath in, reach up, then exhale, reaching forwards. Reach those fingertips forwards, folding over the right leg. Scoop and lift into the belly. A little bit further forwards if you can. Keeping that right foot flexed towards you. Big breath in, coming up, switch sides. So remember, only do what is working for you. So extending the left leg, folding the right foot behind. Really engage the left leg, engage and flex that foot towards you. Breath in, reach up, then exhale, reaching forwards, folding over the front leg. If at any time it feels uncomfortable on the bent knee, then please come out of the posture and take the foot to land on the inner thigh of the left thigh. Listen to your bodies. There's no competition, no ego, no judgment. Be safe. With every exhale, maybe folding forwards a little bit more. On your next breath in, coming up. And then release the bent leg forwards. Taking the legs wide into straddle. You might want to keep a block with you. So taking the legs nice and wide. Using your block, if that feels good, to take your elbows onto, have the palms facing up. Flex the feet towards you, squeeze into the thighs. Let's reach forwards, forwards, forwards a little bit, and then bring the elbows back down. So the idea is we're reaching forwards and then bringing the elbows. I want you to really hinge from these hip creases. So use your block, or don't use your block, your choice. With every exhale, just surrender that little bit more. If you can, reach towards the feet. Work with the exhale to just release into the legs a little bit more, into the hips a little bit more. Let's hold it here for another 5 breaths. Nice, long, deep breaths. Nice, slow breath in. Coming up nice and easily, bringing the legs together. Okay, choosing your inversion now. So, can come up into a shoulder stand option. Can come into Viparita Karani, which is when the legs reach up to the sky. And pressing the arms into the floor. So if you feel you don't want to take a shoulder stand, this is for you. So that's your second option. So both are good, both really work with really draining lymph drainage and with circulation, with digestion. They're all excellent for that. So choose your shoulder stand or this option which I'm taking now. Hold it here. But really, if you're taking this option, really squeeze strong into the thighs and flex the feet towards you. Really deep, strong, even breaths. Just hold it here a little bit longer. 5 more breaths. And then slowly bring the legs overhead into Halasana. So pushing into the hands. If you're in your shoulder stand, then drop your feet overhead. Keep the arms extended. Squeeze into thighs, lift the thighs. And then rolling down nice and slowly through the vertebra, one at a time, to land into your fish pose. So dropping the legs nice and slowly, slowly, slowly. And then when the legs come down to touch, squeeze the elbows closer together, lift the chest. Elbows a bit close together, open the chest, and then drop the head down to the floor. Taking it here, staying here, or releasing the arms, reaching the hands in prayer to the sky, lifting the legs. If you're taking that option, Utthana Padasana. 3 more breaths. Really deep breaths into the belly, use the diaphragm. Last big breath in. Exhale, lower the legs with control. Lower the arms if they were lifted. Push into the elbows now to lift the head. Look to the feet. And then rolling down onto the back, hug the knees in tight. Coming up to seated. So today we're going to finish in Virasana, hero's pose. So taking a block or a cushion between the buttocks and the heels. So, or if you feel you can sit on your heels for a little while, then obviously sit on your heels, that's fine. But take what's comfortable. You don't have to be uncomfortable. Another option is to take the block in a T shape. So you can place one block like this and the other one on the other. So you've got your feet either side and then you've got just a little bit more height. Or just taking the block between the heels and the buttocks. Or a cushion. So you can place a cushion or a bolster there. So today we're going to take a little Kapalabhati breath. So Kapalabhati is so really squeezing into the belly. We're going to take 30 breaths. So we're going to close the eyes, maybe just have the hands one on top of the other. First, stacking the spine nice and straight and tall. Feel the length in the back of the neck. Imagine the shoulders are stacked over the hips and the crown of the head centered over the pelvis. So let's take a nice deep breath in. So you're going to breathe in and out through the nose for the Kapalabhati breaths. So we're going to go for 30, but do as many as you can. If you feel a little bit dizzy, don't worry, just come back to normal breathing. It's perfectly safe. So take a nice deep breath in and begin. When you're ready, take a deep breath in, out through the mouth. We're going to do that another time. Just settle. And then we're going to do another round. Big breath in through the nose. And begin. Big breath in. And exhale. Keeping the eyes closed. Feeling that fresh new energy in the body. Breathing in, breathing out. Just slowing down the breath. And then let the rhythm of the breath go. Allow the breath to settle in its natural rhythm, no longer needing to force. Keeping the eyes closed. Just settle yourselves here. Feel the softness in the shoulders. Feel the openness in the chest, across the collarbones. Feeling the lungs expand and the rib cage widen as you breathe in. Feeling the belly rise. And then noticing how the body softens as you let the breath go. Just follow the flow of the breath. In and out. Gently and steadily. And then taking this opportunity to set yourself a positive intention for the rest of your day. So creating a sankalpa, a strong intent, a definite intent. Keeping that sankalpa private and to yourself, only repeating that to yourself, but really give that resolve, detail, light and colour. So really picture it, envisage it happening in this moment. So really feel as though you embody that sankalpa. So repeating that in the present tense, in this present moment, 3 times to your inner mind's eye. I am. And then fill in your resolve. Slowly opening up the eyes. Bring your hands to your heart center. Lowering your head down towards your heart, towards your fingertips. Honoring yourself, honoring your practice, honoring this Friday, this wonderful day. Giving thanks to yourself, your energy, your self-practice, your self-care. Giving yourself compassion, kindness, and lots of love and gratitude. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful Friday. Have lots of energy in your body and your life. Hope you're feeling nice and positive and energized. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely Friday.